September 29th, 2017 at approximately 3:30 a.m., I almost killed myself. There, now that that's out of the way, let me continue. That first line is a very powerful and scary and makes me sad sentence. It takes me back to the exact moment. I see myself slowly sliding open the balcony door. I'm not sure if I knew what I was thinking of doing or just convincing myself I needed some fresh air. I walked over to the railing and looked out across downtown Ottawa. I stood up on the cement lip of the railing and looked down. 14th floor balcony. Looking down, there's another roof on about the second or third floor. That's where I would land. Thoughts in my mind are still fresh. Tired of everything. So tired. My next thought was, it'd be so easy just to jump and end all this pain and hurt and be at peace in my mind. I almost did it. My kids saved my life that night. Wow, another powerful sentence. I didn't jump because of Brandon and Erica Dawson. My exact thoughts were, I can't do this to them. I stood at the balcony for a long time. I went back inside. Something had snapped in my mind. That was the injury point in my brain. The next day at Kenton Tiff's was bad. I reached out to Lori Gray, who told me what I didn't want to hear. She said it sounds like PTSD or cumulative stress disorder. My path started that weekend, a path I am surprised I made it through. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is I hope by me telling my story, I can help one person, helping that one person so they don't get to the point of standing on their balcony. You can't pack shit in. One of my old coping mechanisms. Alcohol was another. I relied on that a lot. I quit drinking. One of the last times I drank, the next day I told someone I wanted to kill myself. Turn my mind off, stop everything. I was done fighting. Anyone going through problems in life, no matter what it is, you have to get rid of the booze. I have much healthier coping mechanisms now, telling my story, writing in my journal, overcoming my past. I used to look in the mirror and hate myself. That's a strong word, hate. I was lost. There is no specific answer or cure that got me through this. Time, a great psychologist, thank you Dr. Begg, my family, my numerous friends, and healthy, better life choices. The secret is being able to look in the mirror and being happy with what you see, inside and out. More inside for sure. I would worry that I could never ever be able to do my job again. I realize being a paramedic doesn't define who I am. It's just a job to me now. I will always be a paramedic. It's part of me, but I choose who I am. The feeling of utter loneliness. Not being alone, that's different. Feeling like there is no one else there for you, alone at that moment. No one else in the world. It takes so much effort to pull yourself out of it. Remember, on your darkest days, you are never alone. I'm here to throw you a lifeline, always. This has been one of the hardest things I've ever been through in my life. Dr. Begg summed it up. He said I was like a hardened warrior. He said I feel like I'm more of a hardened mental warrior. So this part of my story needed an end. I had a very, very bad day, August 4th. I drove down to see Darren and Annie in Windsor. And while I was driving, my mind said, I have to go back to that hotel where this part of my story started. So Kenny and Kate and I were heading up to Lake House in Quebec on the Saturday. The Monday, I went to the hotel. I booked a room there. I couldn't get 1410, so 1405 would have to do. Kent dropped me off. I walked up to the hotel entrance. Lots going on in my mind. One thought overpowering the rest. I was strong enough to do this now. Checked in, up to the 14th floor I went. Everything was the same, 1405 as I remembered it. The metal track on the sliding balcony door, the metal along the railing. I looked down. Not easy. Memories flooding back. The other hard part was thanking Brandon and Erica Dawson for saving my life. I had lots of tears. That's still hard and it always will be. So thankful I have them in my life. I went to 1410. Standing outside the door, I had a thought. This wasn't the place I almost ended my life. It's where my life began again. Now this is a good end to that part of my life story. I can move on now and live. Now I finally made it. So one of the points of me sharing my story, it's okay to ask for help. It takes more courage to ask for help than it doesn't. Listen to yourself. If you're thinking it's time to talk to someone, do it. It just gets worse. Don't jump off your balcony. Life is a wonderful thing. The dark days will pass.